Just your impressions of your receivers from last week, and obviously the game Charlie had to be something.
Yeah,
that
he
you
made a
could
lot of
build on.
plays. It was really good to have him out there. But we got a lot to learn from that game, and we're having a good week of practice this week. We need to be a lot better this weekend.
Where do you need to be better?
Just overall game speed, conditioning, a level of consistency of like being intense, executing at a consistent level, not having highs and lows, just being able to consistently execute and play with a level of intensity.
You happy with Marshawn Rice?
He did some. I'm glad he was out there. He did some really good things. He was able to make some catches, and he's a big body, so he made some plays out in space. I think he would tell you though we gotta get better this week with a lot of things. He didn't practice a lot going into the game, so his conditioning level wasn't where it needed to be, and it may have cost him at some point late in the game. But I was glad he was out there.
Will we see more of Deion Burks?
Yes.
How important is it for Marshawn to kind of up his game and add to this group and give you another solid option out there?
Well, it's good to have as many legs, as we can, especially guys that can really play and experienced guys that know what they're doing on the field. I know our quarterback trusts Marshawn out there, so it was really good to have him out there, no doubt about it.
Sounds like Brock will be ready Saturday.
Yeah, that's right.
TJ Sheffield, kind of assess what you thought of his play from Thursday.
I thought he played, if you eliminate 5 or 6 snaps from the game, he played pretty well. It's just that the way football works, especially on national TV, that the only thing we talk about are those 5 or 6 plays, that he had. But, he's an experienced guy. He'll get better this week, and he'll be more intense and ready to go this weekend.
Did Charlie show you anything that you hadn't seen in practice from him?
No. Yeah, he did fair catch a ball at about the 40-yard line, and I didn't think he was going to fair catch any balls this year. So yeah, that's what I've been on him about.
What do you think of the 19 targets, Charlie?
Well, I think that the coverage was moving in the right direction, and we're going to throw it around the field, and our quarterback knows to put the ball where the coverage is not. And I think it just happened to be where the coverage moved away from him. He was able to get the ball, in that spot, or a couple of times it was just clean one-on-one all over the field, and his decision was to go to Charlie, and Charlie won. We had some crossing routes set up to where, if the coverage would have went the other way, the ball would have went to another guy, but it's just the way it works out, Yeah, it's just how it worked out.
Just getting Tyrone maybe a little bit more involved.
Yep, no doubt.
In the future.
That's right.
Going back to Marshawn a little bit, as he continues to kind of get onto the field a little bit more consistently, where do you feel that he's going to really shine in this offense when he continues to get more opportunities?
Well, just like he is. He's experienced. He knows what he's doing. He's big. He knows how to get open. Once he gets in really high, good level of conditioning, I think he's a big-time threat for us.
So with Indiana State, I'll hopefully have the chance to go further down the depth chart a bit. Who are some guys who haven't had as much playing time that may be able to prove something during that game?
Well, I haven't thought about that. We need to get our top guys playing as hard and as consistent, and as focused and as intense as they possibly can. So we haven't spent any time thinking about who else can get in the game. We need to get our team playing, especially our receivers, because I speak for them, playing at the level they need to play at.
You had Elijah Canyon out there for a decent amount, it looked like. I mean, he's a guy obviously you trust, you can count on, right?
Yeah, we could trust him. He got out there early in the game. We wanted to play a lot of them early, so that they all get their feet wet and try to save some of the legs of some of those guys, because we knew the game was going to the wire. So he got out there. He did pretty good. I know there was a ball that he wished he would have caught jumping on our sideline, and then the next play the guy had to pass interference. So he did a pretty good job.
It's going to be the key as you get deeper in the season, as far as making sure receivers can create that separation to get a little bit more room there to make some plays.
Yeah, well, the key is to consistently get better with your fundamentals. Understand your footwork, your quickness, study the defensive backs and know what they're doing. And then understand our concepts, because our concepts normally have man beaters at some point, where we have picks and we have, rub routes and things like that going on, or, motion routes, and understand how to use your motion to gain an advantage on the defensive back. So just It's all about understanding your fundamentals and understanding our scheme system and the reason he's calling certain plays.
How much going against that secondary this early in the season will help your group as you get through the rest of the year?
Well, I mean, the way it works is each week when you come back to practice on Tuesday, you move on to the next crew. You know what I mean? You don't really hold it, win or lose. You got to move on. So we just got to continue to get better, day in and day out.